afternoon, family. It's your DC dude. Today we are in Ward 8. Ward 8 is near and dear to my heart because I grew up east of the Anacostia River, so I have a lot of experiences here. Right now we're on the grounds of the Panorama Room. You can see all of Washington basically. We can see the cathedral, we can see the Capitol, the monument, the old post office pavilion. I mean, just look for it. If it's in the west direction, then you can see it. This will be a series of videos that looks at what are the wards in DC and just to ride through them all. So if you want to hang out with us, please click on subscribe below and hit the notification bell, and you will be put on to where we're going to go next. If Ward 8 is not your ward, then we'll be in your ward soon. But we're starting top down, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting at 8 and we're working our way down to Ward 1. So I thought we'll start with, where is Ward 8? Most people know that there are 8 wards in DC. We even know the ward we live in. But if you're anything like me, I didn't really consider where the borders are. And actually, outside of Ward 7 and 8, I don't really know pretty much anything about the other wards. Okay, family, this is going to require a road trip. Because the first question we need to answer is, where is Ward 8? So we're going to start by identifying the boundaries of Ward 8. Okay, family, as we approach the Souza Bridge on Pennsylvania Avenue, we are leaving Ward 6, which we'll have in the video after next. Excited about that one because it's a pretty big ward from what I saw so far. And by the way, family, I got my map from the Office of Planning in DC. So the website is planning.dc.gov. Check it out because they have some real cool maps, cool information about DC in general. So we're just about at the middle of the bridge, and what was funny about that map was the borderline went down the middle of the Anacostia River, as if half of the river is Ward 7 and the other half in this section is Ward 6. So what I'm doing now according to the map, the border doesn't come along here for Ward 8. The border, I'm taking you to the border. The border is actually in Anacostia Park. It starts in Anacostia Park. In fact, because the Anacostia River is one of the borders of Ward 8, so that border on land runs along Anacostia Drive. So we're approaching our border for Ward 8. So right now I'm in Ward 7. Before I get to that stop sign, I'm in Ward 7 right now. Okay, so the street ahead of us is that we're gonna make a right on is 22nd Street. If we made a left, it'll be Nicholson. So that is the border that separates, this street right here is the border that separates Ward 7 and Ward 8. And I was actually blown away, because I thought that, I don't know what I thought the borders were for Ward 7 and Ward 8. I mean, basically, east of the river was Ward 7 and 8. That's what, Anyway, so right now we're going into Anacostia Park at Anacostia Drive. So if we make a right, then we're going into Ward 7 territory. But we're going to be making a left and stay in Ward 8. So everything from this point ahead of us is Ward 8 on this side of the river. And this is Anacostia Park Drive still. You're about to go under the 11th Street Bridge. Or should I say 11th Street Bridges. You can see the new South Capitol Street Bridge to the right. So we're approaching the end of Anacostia Drive. Anacostia Park is has a lot more activity. It's a beautiful sunny day today, and people are out, of course. But I'm glad to see just people out and about. This is what I remember from Anacostia Park. We're approaching an intersection now, and this is a critical intersection because we're still in Ward 8 right now. And as I approach the stop sign, if I keep straight, I will be in Ward 7. But we're going to make a right turn and go along the border of Ward 7 and Ward 8. So Ward 7 is to our left and Ward 8 is to our right. and we're exiting Anacostia Park. So we're heading up to the border. I'm saying we're still on the border, right? But unfortunately, it's going to be a one-way street coming up, and we're going to have to go around. But if we kept straight, that's the border. It goes up to Minnesota Avenue, and then it makes a left, right? It makes a left, not right, but left. I'm going to stop the video right now and go along to where it would have picked up if we would have kept straight. We're approaching if you look to the left, that's the street Nicholson that we were coming up. We were coming up Nicholson. 22nd had turned into Nicholson Street. And now we would have made a left and we would have been right where we are right now. So this is a border, believe it or not. It's a strange border because if it is a border according to the DC planning map, to the left of us will be Ward 7. I mean, yeah. So the border continues to turn here on 25th. Okay, so we're going up the border. We're going up the border again. To the right is Ward 8. To the left is Ward 7. So if anybody lives in any of these houses, I would be curious to know what they refer to as. Do they refer to it as Ward 7 or Ward 8? I'd be real curious to know because I had no idea the borders went like this. Once we've gotten all the way to the top of 25th Street, the street curves to the left and it's now Naylor Road. Going up Naylor Road right now. Ward 7 is on the left and Ward 8 is on the right. This is an experience for me, family, because I would have never I just would assume all this was Ward 8. Interesting borders. The other borders are just logical borders because Southern Avenue, if we went, to the left right now, that's Maryland. So there are no more wards except for Ward 9. I call it Ward 9 anyway. Prince George's County to me is Ward 9, right? And the Anacostia River is another logical one, right? Now we're gonna just kind of take a look at different little highlights of the area. So this is where we wrap it up, family. I hope you enjoyed the video of Ward 8. That was pretty much just, Ward 8 in a nutshell. There were so many other aspects of Ward 8 that we could have covered in this one. But if there was anything I missed in Ward 8, a good place to check out to see if you want more information about, Ward 8 or the east of the river area in general, I recommend you go to offbeatenpathdc.com, ladies and gentlemen. And you already know, if you want to ride, just click on subscribe.